You're at the Maison de la Chimie in the 7th arrondissement, to be exact. Fillon supporters are starting to trickle in. What's the atmosphere like there?
Well, Rochelle, in the last 30 minutes or so, the room is beginning to fill up here at the Maison de la Chimie. It's quite a big kind of conference convention centre in a lovely old Haussmannian building just behind the Assemblée Nationale, so behind the Parliament. And it's a really large space. You've got two reception rooms. François Fillon will be addressing his supporters here later on in the evening, whatever the result is. So there's a podium in place and lots of press from around the world. And people are beginning to gather here. As Claire was saying a little while ago, Nicolas Sarkozy has given his support to François Fillon. Other candidates from the first round of the primary, such as Bruno Le Maire, also have given their support to François Fillon. So we will have a broad cross-section, I think, of the political right here this evening to see the results as they come in and to, I suppose, celebrate, they hope, the victory of François Fillon. Well, we'll have to wait and see, of course, what the results will be. But it's interesting that they chose quite a huge venue here this evening, Rochelle. It's really a very vast space and quite a contrast from last week where François Fillon surprisingly took the first spot in the first round of the primary voting. He was not at all expected to do as well as he did. In fact, he'd been written off really as an also-ran by a lot of the media and the pollsters up until about a week ahead of the first round of voting. And I was actually at François Fillon's supporters event, if you like, last week, and it was at a cafe, just quite a run-of-the-mill cafe on the Boulevard Saint-Germain, and it was absolutely overrun with supporters and with the media. There was actually a crush at one point at the entrance. It was really too small a venue for the amount of people who ended up converging on it. So I think they in the last few days they did plan to have a much bigger space for this evening's vote.
Well, as you said there, they've chosen a much bigger space to perhaps celebrate. We'll wait and see to see if Fillon does clinch that nomination. So his supporters really are optimistic then.
They are, Rochelle. I mean, polls in the last number of days, I'm not talking about exit polls now, but the opinion polls in the last number of days showed that he had about 65% support. Now, of course, can we rely on polls? They've been off so frequently on so many different subjects recently that perhaps they're not always the most reliable indicator anymore. But François Fillon, he did so well in the first round of voting. He was 16 points ahead of the other candidates. So it was such a large margin that really, I think most observers are saying that he has a very, very good chance of maintaining that lead this evening. So his supporters are confident. They really feel that his campaign has had more energy, has had more momentum, and it's had this last-minute surge as well. And they feel that will carry him through to victory this evening. In fact, he's been speaking about a wave of support and a wave of support. So I think he's hoping that wave will carry him through to victory this evening, and his supporters say the same.